What is up, squad fam? Welcome to Generic Drama Channel. I'm here to spill the tea on the master scammer extraordinaire that is Suzy Lou. Yeah, except not really, that's just clickbait. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So I got a video recommended, right, and I'm breaking an oath to myself because I said I wasn't going to do anything about any of these videos, but this one is just that fucking funny that I needed to do it. So, the title... Suzy Lou is scamming people. Bum bum bum. Fuck, man. I need to get me in on some of that action. Yeah, Suzy Lou is scamming people, and it's done. You know what? I'll just show you a clip.
If you're wondering why I'm kind of like monotone and low energy in this video.
Yep, you guessed it. It's generic sweaty nerd variant F. So what's this absolute gem of a human being got to tell us today?
It's because I'm dead inside.
Oh, well, that wraps that one up then. All right, guys, let's just let's all go home. Oh, wait, there's another 7 minutes of this. Right. So this video that we're watching is titled Suzy Lou is scamming people, and it's an expose on how Suzy Lou is scamming all of her viewers, and they don't even know a thing because they're too thick to use a calculator, apparently. But it's okay, because fret not, stupid viewers. I am armed with a trusty calculator, and with my high school diploma, or Scottish equivalent, I guess, I know how to use the thing. So I'll help you guide your way through the complicated mathematics that is division.
I want to apologize because I took down the first video on this because I had like missed some stuff and I wanted to add things in here.
Oh, fantastic! It's a revised video, so that means that she's actually like done her homework and spent time digging into the facts because she's probably been called out for some of this stuff before in the last video, right?
Thanks to all the people who helped me out with this, especially Tipster, because he had sent me some of the stuff that I missed.
Oh, you got your information from Tipster, eh? The paragon of journalism. Never gets anything wrong ever. No, he's perfect to get your information from.
She ripped this off from someone else and uploaded it to her channel as her own.
Oh, wait, no, that was the guy that accused Suzy of stealing her own content from our second channel. Oh, sorry, I must have been thinking about someone else.
I seen this comment.
Don't forget that she begged those nobodies for donations to pay for her dog's surgery that claimed she couldn't afford, yet weeks later she's posting photos of her new Mercedes and desktop computer after receiving the donations, scamming people, and not even attempting to hide it because she considers those same viewers idiots.
Oh, brilliant, we're getting into conspiracy theory territory now. I love it. Suzy Lou's turning the frogs gay.
Suzy scammed people. Like asking people for donations and doing streams to try and raise money to get her dog surgery. Now, that would be fine and dandy, except after he got his surgery, she posted photos and a video of her with her new Mercedes.
I mean, she also posted 2 videos showing, you know, Finn with the scar and the stitches and, you know, where the dried blood was from the fucking surgery that he just went through. And, you know, she also showed the receipts for the surgery. But you know what? No, just disregard that because conspiracy theories get more clicks on YouTube. It's a lot better to actually, you know, try and drag someone down because you've got this little idea in your head from all these other idiots online.
Comes off very suspicious. That's definitely not a good look.
Now, you know what's a bad look? The fact that you can't even use a calendar. Suzy raised the money for Finn on the 30th of October. Then on the 31st of October, we spoke about exactly how much money was raised, even post-stream and minus PayPal fees, which was around £2,800. Suzy then done an update after Finn had had all his ear surgery, and that was on the 28th of November, and then it was the 5th of January that she done a video when we collected the new car. So I don't understand how you can't use a calendar. Maybe it's because, like, you think that January's before November, but then that would be before she... You know what? I can't understand your logic. Can you please explain it to me?
I'm not sure what the prices were, but apparently she had kept like raising the price when she was trying to raise money for it.
Yes, the price kept rising because we got a guesstimate from the first vet, and then we got a guesstimate from the dermatologist, and then we got the actual price from the surgeon, and it was still more than what the surgeon told us, because it's a fucking surgery. It's not a packet of crisps. You can't just stick a price sticker on it and be done. But it's alright, I'll help you out, because I've got the receipts. So as you can clearly see, we've got the £42 for the first consultation with the vets, then the £741 for the dermatologist to take swabs and examine exactly what it was going to be, then the £2,000 deposit when we went to the surgeons, and then the £1,000 extra when we actually got Finn back, the £419 for going back to the dermatologist to figure out exactly the root cause of it, and then we've got the £309 aftercare, and then all the other fucking money that comes out for that dog. So I've whipped out my handy calculator and I've popped all the numbers in, and you can clearly see that equals £4,996.56, which, if you watch the start of that Visage stream that we done on Halloween, you'll see that the money that we generated after PayPal fees was roughly £2,800. So where we're getting the extra fucking money to go out and buy a car from when we're missing about £2,000. So before you start running your mouth because you've heard this or you've heard that from some fucking idiot on the internet, maybe you should do your own research, because this shit is all in fucking videos that you could have watched before you started talking shite.
And also, apparently, she was like pulling in about $12,000 on Patreon.
Ah, so the extra £2,000 comes from the $12,000 that Suzy's pulling in on Patreon. If you look on Suzy's Patreon, she's got 50 patrons. Got 50 people giving her $12,000 in total. I'll use my calculator again, because this is difficult maths, you see. 12,000 divided by 50 people means that each person on average gives $240. I wish I had a fucking Patreon that successful. Oh wait, I've got I actually know how much Suzy pulls in on Patreon. Yeah, it's $496 a month. Do you want a little fucking secret? You know why it's private? She's jealous that I make more on Patreon, because my audience are more generous. That's a joke, like her audience are super generous. But I just find it crazy. It's like, how the fuck can 50 people be pulling in £12,000? Like, guys, if you're supposed to be giving me 240 quid on Patreon a month, you need to up some of your pledges, because most of you are just giving me a quid.
So what people are feeling is that, one, that she could afford to pay for Finn's surgery the entire time.
Well, of course she could have. A few cheap bastards were actually giving her the 240 quid a month.
And that she was using him for sympathy donations, and that money was going to put payments on the car.
I'm sorry, darling, but this is when I'm going to have to call into question your mathematical prowess. Because if she was earning £12,000 a month on Patreon, as you so rightly assumed, then not only would she have enough money to both pay for Finn's surgery, but in a month she'd have paid for the entire fucking car. They're not that expensive, man. It's second hand. It's fucking 2014, Reg.
You know, I'm not gonna outright say that she was scamming people or wasn't scamming people.
Your entire video was just talking about how she's scamming people because she earns a fortune. What?
And what were you thinking? Because why would you get all these donations for your dog and then post about getting a new car? Like, I don't know. I don't think that was very bright to do.
And this is where your fundamental knowledge of YouTube really lets you down, because anyone who's been around YouTube for any length of time knows that in December you earn a decent amount of money, and then after the December paycheck came in, after AdSense told us how much we were getting in December, we decided that, you know what, see that rust bucket of a car that's not going to pass its MOT, we should probably upgrade that. So we went to Arnold Clark and got the car on finance. You know, the thing where you put down a little deposit and then you pay each month for it, because we knew that we'd have enough to cover the deposit. But you know, our logic about the full thing was, we're going to end up spending more money putting this car through its MOT than it would cost us to put a deposit down on a new car, because it needed its brakes changed, it needed a new timing belt, the power steering was fucked, it needed new suspension, and that was going to cost us an absolute fortune. So we done the smart thing, and that was get a new car. But no, it's fine. You just keep with your conspiracy theories, because that helps you sleep at night.
I will throw in here, and I'm not defending her.
Oh no, heaven forbid that you defend someone with a bit of logic. Jeez.
Surgeries do cost a lot of money. I mean, I don't know how much dog surgery costs, but like surgeries do cost a lot of money. The prices do sometimes go up from what you're estimated. People do get loans for cars and stuff. You know, there are other ways to get a car.
So your entire video is nonsense because you just explained everything to yourself.
However,
Oh fuck, here we go.
that being said, it does just look really bad on her. So it's just like, you got an ego, you're a hypocrite, and you can't handle criticism.
Ah yes, your bias is really showing now. She's got an ego, she's a hypocrite, and she can't handle criticism. So let's actually deal with those one by one, shall we? Suzy Lou has an ego. Okay, I beg to differ, knowing her better than, you know, pretty much anyone, but say she did have an ego, say she had a fucking massive ego and she could barely get through that door. I mean, no one can get through that door, it's bricked up and there's shelves behind it, but for the sake of the metaphor, say she's got a massive ego. She routinely entertains hundreds of thousands of people a day. That's ego worthy, if you ask me. I mean, that's something to be fucking proud of. But I can tell you from my own experience living with a woman that she has one of the smallest egos that I have ever known. She still thinks that she's a tiny fucking YouTuber, just entertaining a couple of friends. She doesn't realise just how big of an impact she has on people's lives until you, her audience, or my audience, or anyone sends her messages telling her about how she got them through things. And that's when it really hits home of the point that we actually have an impact on this platform. So you know what? She doesn't have a fucking ego, but see if she did, it would be well founded. So let's hit the next one. Suzy Lou is a hypocrite, and I know exactly where this girl's getting her fucking information from on this one, and it's all those little videos that you've probably seen cropping up in your recommended tab if you're following Suzy. And that is, Suzy Lou is a hypocrite, she files a false copyright takedown. I'm going to tell you something right now, and I'm not going to get in a fucking argument about fair use, because that many fucking sweaty nerds on the internet that have no idea about anything to do with the law, and they spout this word fair use like they understand anything to do with the DMCA. You're clueless. So, they say it's a false copyright strike, and I've got something that'll fix every one of your fucking videos. It ain't false. It's only a false copyright strike if it's not from the copyright holder. You cannot issue a false copyright strike, and this is under penalty of perjury, remember. If you issue a false copyright strike, you can go to jail. This isn't false because she owns the copyright. Whether or not you think it's fair use is absolutely fuck all to do with it. That you have to not own the copyright to issue a false strike. This is fucking idiotic. You people are morons. But the reason that they say that Suzy Lou is a hypocrite, because she uses works that do fall under fair use, or at least a little bit grey fair use, meaning reaction stuff that you're not cutting it apart like what I'm doing in this video. Then you've got Let's Plays, which, in my opinion, are very, very, very grey, whether or not they're fair use or not. But you know what? It doesn't fucking matter if you've got permission. Fair use doesn't even come into it, unless you're somehow infringing on someone else's copyright. But when you've got permission, that doesn't infringe. So Suzy Lou's apparently a hypocrite for striking down someone's video where they wholesale stole a part of her video for the express purpose of hooking the viewer in the first 30 seconds by using someone else's content. And I've got a little clip of this gentleman admitting this.
The reason why I picked Suzy Lou's video was because her name came up on the search on YouTube.
Okay, so it was one of the most popular videos, okay.
Because I said, I basically had the video made, and I said, what's a good hook for this video? Like, what's a good, like, first 30 seconds that's going to draw people in? And I gave myself, like, a 30-second timer. It's like, what's a good 30-second? Like, because the first minute of your video is the most important. And the way the video started was super generic. It's just me going like, yo, what's up gamers and stuff. And I felt like, okay, that's probably going to push people away if they don't know who the fuck I am or know that it's a joke. They're going to think, oh, this guy's really obnoxious if they haven't gotten the joke yet. So I thought, okay, time to break the ice with something other than. And I thought, okay, I could lubricate this video with somebody else's clip.
Oh, so in order to get your audience interested in your video, you take someone else's video. Well, that seemed like fair use to me. So Suzy's apparently a hypocrite for the fact that she does things in genuine fair use, yet she would take down someone's video who used her content in order to lubricate their... See if I ever try to lubricate you guys, please let me know, because that sounds a bit rapey. Alright, and then the final one is that Suzy Lou can't handle criticism. I feel like a white knight. I'm charging in on my royal steed. Suzy Lou can't handle criticism. Because why? Because she moderates her comment section so it can be a nice place. I mean, you do realise that YouTube came out recently and said that if your comment section is toxic, then they will demonetize your videos or give it that yellow... I hate the word demonetize, it's so misleading. They'll give it limited or no ads. So it seems quite sensible for you to moderate your comment section. Plus, I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the comments that bigger YouTubers get, but they ain't criticism. Case in point, I fucking hate you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to chop up your dog and post it through your letterbox. I know where you live. Don't seem like criticism. In Suzy Lou's case, you're a whore, you're a thought, copy strike thought, this is not fair use, do you have permission to play that? Yeah, that doesn't seem like criticism, that seems like a load of little fucking nerds being dickheads. That's not criticism. And do you want to know a funny thing about criticism? For you to give criticism, you require respect. I need to respect your opinion enough to take your criticism. You know, if you're a random little fuck on the internet who's never shown any interest in my channel or absolutely anything that I've done before, I don't respect you, and therefore your criticism is fucking nonsense. You're in no position to criticize anyone. I take criticism off my peers, off my regulars, off my subs. I will never take criticism off a random little fucking kid on the internet who I've never spoken to before, who I've never seen before, whose credentials are probably they watch too much YouTube and never go outside.
You're also scamming your audience, or supposedly scamming your audience. Like, it does honestly look that way. Like, I'm not gonna straight up accuse anybody of that, but
you know, I kinda already have.
man, that shit does not look good.
You know what doesn't look good? The fact that most of your arguments can be debunked by a little bit of research and a wee calculator. You know, just saying.
I'm just gonna say, I mean, like, if I was scamming people, I would not have posted, look at my new car after getting the dog surgery. Like, I would have just kept that to myself and maybe post about it later or something. Like,
you know, maybe that's because she wasn't actually fucking scamming anyone. You don't have to think about, oh, what would I do if I was scamming people, when you're not scamming people.
that probably wasn't very smart. But with comments that she's made, I think that she would assume people aren't like smart enough to put it together, or that her audience wouldn't have questioned her or something like that.
Well, I mean, you weren't smart enough to realize that 50 people weren't given on average $240 a month on Patreon. So, I mean, you can never assume the intelligence of random internet people, can you?
And also, I know this is kind of old news, but since people were still talking about it,
I thought, why not make up some shit for views?
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yes, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, why not check out my Patreon? Because I too would like to earn $12,000 a month. So all of you guys that are giving me $1 on Patreon every month, you need to up that by $239, please. Okay, thanks. In absolute seriousness though, thanks a lot for watching me break apart this video. This type of thing has been pissing me off constantly, and I don't like to address it because I don't like to give these people oxygen, because that's what they crave. They crave this attention. They want to be known for something. They can't just be a person who tries to entertain people, who tries to lift people up. These are the type of people that just want to drag people down to their level so that they can shit all over them for being a failure just like them. I'm not going to ask you guys to go over to this person's channel. Please don't. I'm not including the channel name in it because I don't want any of that hassle. Just don't give them oxygen. See if you see a fucking video in your sidebar, don't even watch it, because it's just shite, man. It's just the exact same as this. They're all pulling stuff out their ass to try and make videos, to try and profit off of someone else's name. They try to obfuscate facts. They try to pretend that they're knowledgeable about things that they've just got absolutely no clue about. But the thing is, in order to be a professional, you just need to know slightly more than the person you're talking to. And that's what they try to run off of. They try to say things like fair use and parody and criticism when they've got absolutely no fucking clue what the definition of these words are. But honestly, guys, thanks for obliging me. Thanks for enabling this video, and I'm going to go back to the regularly scheduled programming. I'm sorry I even had to waste my fucking time on a video like this, but I hope you guys found it at least slightly entertaining. This will not become a staple on the channel, even though I know that there's a couple of you out there that would love it to be. But I'm just not about that life, man. I don't want to tear people down. I don't want to have to do videos like this. But when these fucking idiots keep coming and coming and coming, you need to address at least a couple of them. But as I always say, guys, and I truly fucking mean it, I've been Sejo, you've been incredibly awesome, and I could not be where I am today without my loyal fan base. Fucking fan base. Who am I? I'd never say fan base. I say my viewers. You know why? Because I don't think you guys are my fans. I wouldn't imagine that I would go anywhere and you'd be screaming my name and wanting an autograph. Fuck, man. You barely want to shake my hand. You don't know where I've been. But as always, I've been Sejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.